Hello, AUSD families. In this tutorial, you will learn how to stay connected with your students' classes during remote instruction. So let's go ahead and get started. As we start, I wanted to share with you that please note that the first step for this should be is to contact your child's teacher. So be sure that you contact your child's teacher with regards to what they are using as a tool. It could be Google Classroom, or it could be Seesaw, or it could be both. So please contact them and they can go ahead and help you with regards to you being connected to your child's digital classroom. We're going to go ahead and start today with Google Classroom. So if you would like to be connected to your child's Google Classroom to see what is going on and what kinds of instruction is taking place, including assignments, what you will need to do is you will need to get your email, an email account, an email to your child's teacher. Once you do that, your child's teacher will go ahead and send you an email with an invitation that will look similar to what you see on the screen on here. All that you will need to do is you will need to click the accept on here. Note that it will have your child's name. For this example that we're doing here, I'm using demo 1 as the name of my student. So my child's name, it would be here. And then you just click accept. Once you click accept, it will take you to this dialog box, and in this dialog box you will have to click once again, oops, I apologize, you have to click once again accept here. Be sure that you are selecting that it'll tell you that this is the email account that the communication will be sent to when you want to know what's going on in your child's classroom. So make sure that is correct. Click accept. And then it's going to take you to these email settings. So this is your email settings of how often you would like to receive a report with regards to your child's work. You have an option when you click on this little area here. You will have an option, and actually we'll have 3 choices on here. You can get a report weekly, daily, or just or no summaries at all. If you are here, you probably want to get some reports. So if you choose the weekly option, you will get a report every Friday, usually in the afternoon. You'll get a report that tells you what work your student has completed or not completed, and what's coming and any upcoming work. If you choose daily, you will get, just like it says, you will get a daily report, usually in the afternoon also, that tells you how your child, it tells you work that your child needs to complete or that's coming up. So those are your 3 options, and that is all that you will need to do. So what do these reports look like? Well, here's an example. You will get at the top, first of all, it will tell you who this report is for, because you might have more than one child in our district. So you want to make sure that you're looking at the correct child. So this report would be for Felix. This is the time period that this report is talking about. 2 main sections. We have the work at the top that says work that may be missing from last week. And then this is work that is coming up that students will be finishing up. Very important to take a look at the due dates. Here you have a couple of them that tell you when these projects are due or these assignments are due, so that you can help your child make sure they finish their work. The other piece that I wanted to let you know is that you don't get a report that tells you how your child is doing with regards to grades. So none of these show grades or what the quality of the work of your child, work that your child did, will be reflected on here. But hopefully this will help you at least, start a conversation with your child's teacher about, what's going on here? Why is Felix missing these assignments? And then the teacher, parent, and child working together to make sure that they are successful in turning in their work, and seeing how we can help to make sure that that each child is able to complete as much work as possible during these hard times. So that's how it will work in Google Classroom. The other tool that we are using here in AUSD is Seesaw for Schools, and Seesaw for Schools has a couple of different ways to go ahead and invite families and parents into the classroom, the digital classroom. But we'll talk about both of those. The first way to do this is to use a computer and an email address. And once again, the easiest thing to do here is to give your child's teacher your email address. Once you have done that, your child's teacher will add you to your child's journal, learning journal, and then you will get an email that looks like this. From your computer or your device, you will click View Demo 1's journal. Remember that Demo 1 is just the name of the student that I'm using as an example. And Once you click that, it will take you to this next page on here. I want you to pay special close attention to this area up here at the top that actually tells you that this account, it'll tell you if you already have a Seesaw account, and it'll tell you that this Seesaw account here is already connected or linked to a student. There could be several reasons why this is happening. Number one is perhaps your child's teacher last year used Seesaw, so your email address is already connected to that child. But anyway, if you see that, all that you will need to do is you will need to go ahead and sign in. I apologize here. You will need to go ahead and sign in, and you can sign in by with your email account and your password here. Or if you gave your teacher a Gmail account, then you can just go ahead and click sign in with Google. And after you sign in, you will get you will get access to the journal. Now, if you do not have an account on there, you will need to create an account. You will click this where you create an account, and it will take you to this dialog box. And once again, you have two choices. If you have a Gmail account, you can go ahead and sign in and create an account with Gmail, sign up with Gmail. If you do not have a Gmail account, you have a different account, you will need to complete this area of the dialog box. First, last name, the email address that you want your reports to go to, and then a password. Okay, so that's what you will use to log in. And once you are logged in, you're going to get a dialog box that will look similar to this. It will have three main sections at the top: home, journals, and inbox. On the left-hand side, you will see that this account belongs to your family, so it should have your name and your family's name here, and it should say family account, as you can see up here. And so as I was talking about home, journal, and inbox, so when you click to home, this will have the most recent work for your child. And there's a few things that you can do once you're in the home tab here. Know that you will get an email every time your child or your teacher, every time your child turns in some work and your teacher has approved it, you will get an email letting you know that something new has been posted to your child's journal. And once you come here, you'll have, like I said, a couple of options on how to interact with the digital class. Number one is if you like what your child's done, go ahead and click this heart, like their work. Students really like hearing from their families and parents as to the kind of work that they're doing. The other thing that you can do is you can actually type a comment to your child, giving them, encouraging them, or, telling them to work a little bit harder, or just, saying how proud you are of them. So you can add a comment on here, and the comment can be done in two ways. You can either type it, or you can go ahead and verbally record your voice with an audio comment to them. This can be especially powerful and really good for if you have kids in kinder or first grade, students that have a hard time reading. You might want to leave them a verbal comment, and them hearing your voice it can be pretty powerful. The one piece that I wanted to let you know about these icons down here and these options on here, your child's classroom teacher is the one that will set the settings on it. So you may not see anything here unless your child's teacher has turned these on. So you may not be able to interact any more than just see the work that your child has done. In the journal section, this allows you to see all of your child's work, journals actually, and this could be from last year, and so from last year if they were here in LSL and the teacher signed them up to Seesaw for Schools. Finally, the inbox. Here in the inbox section is where your child's teacher will send you private messages, or where you can send private messages to your child's teacher if you have questions or comments. So that is the basic interface for you to get into Seesaw for your child. Okay, so the other option is perhaps you do not want to use an email to connect to Seesaw. So the other option is for you to give your child's teacher your phone number, your mobile phone number, and what you will do is you will get a text message. Okay, the text message will have information on what you need to do if you would like to connect to Seesaw for Schools. You click on that icon, and you will get this next dialog box here. This dialog box has the sign-in procedure. You can either, again, sign in if you already are connected to Seesaw, or you can go ahead and sign up with Google in this area here, or sorry, with Gmail, or in this area here, if you do not use Google, you have another email account, you can go ahead and create an account here. Very similar to what you saw on the computer version. The next step will take you to a screen that looks like this. Very similar. As you can see the 3 tabs at the top. Now, one thing that's really, I think that would be really helpful that you will see when you log in is you will see this dialog box talking about downloading the Seesaw Family app. And you can download it from the Apple App Store or from the Google Play Store. And it gives you a cleaner interface. It gives you notifications also when work is approved. So there's some really cool additional features if you use the Seesaw Family app so you can peek into your child's Seesaw class. The one piece I wanted to let you know too is, unfortunately, this is only in English, but here's a little tour to get families familiar with the Seesaw Family app. So feel free to watch that. It's a pretty short video, but it gives you a good idea of what to expect and what you can do with the app. Okay. However, we do have a couple of extra things for you also. We actually have in Spanish and in English. So here we go. In English, we have an introduction to Seesaw, and here we have it in Spanish. So you can go ahead and watch it to give you additional information on how to use Seesaw for Schools Seesaw for Schools with you as a family member. The final piece that we have for you is, you may, hopefully you're aware of this, but we have a website here in LSL, and the website is remoteinstruction.org. And if you go there, it's going to take you to this web page. And up at the top, we have a whole tab for families. There's a lot of tutorials there in Spanish and in English for families and students on how to troubleshoot some of the questions that you might have, how to set up your Wi-Fi and so forth. A lot of good tutorials on here. So hopefully that will be helpful, and you will be able to get some of your questions answered. Again, I can't stress enough that if your child's teacher has not contacted you about joining the digital classrooms, that you contact them and ask them what you can do so you can join. I hope this tutorial has been helpful, and you have a great day.